Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine you're 40 years old. You bend down to tie your shoe and you can't get back up. Not because you're injured, because your body has become a prison you can't escape. Now open your eyes. If that image made you uncomfortable, good. Because today, I'm going to show you why everything you've been told about breaking bad habits is a lie. The diet industry, $72 billion per year. Failure rate, 95%. Gym memberships, 67% unused after January. Productivity apps, uninstalled within 2 weeks. But here's the twist. A 40-year-old warehouse manager named Christopher lost 50 kilograms using a method so simple, so ridiculously small, that when his doctor first told him, he laughed and almost walked out. No meal plans, no gym memberships, no motivation speeches. Just 5 Japanese philosophical principles that have existed for over 1,000 years. And before you think Japanese philosophy won't work for me, let me stop you right there. This isn't about meditation or tea ceremonies. This is about neuroplasticity, habit loops, and the compound effect wrapped in ancient wisdom. So here's my challenge to you. Before you click away, give me the next few minutes. If by the end you don't believe this system can work, leave a comment telling me why. But if it resonates with you, if you see yourself in Christopher's story, tell me which habit you're ready to destroy. Because this system works on anything. Obesity to weight loss, smoking to clean lungs, procrastination to deep work, alcohol to sobriety, social media addiction to presence. Let's begin with the day everything changed. Christopher was 40 years old, 142 kilograms, and dying in slow motion. Not the dramatic dying you see in movies, the quiet kind. The kind where you stop playing with your kids because walking to the backyard feels like climbing Everest. The kind where your wife suggests intimacy and you pretend to be asleep because you're ashamed of your body. This is the dying that happens in 1,000 small surrenders. Christopher worked as a stock manager in a warehouse. 5 a.m. alarm, 7 p.m. home arrival. 2 kids, a wife who remembered the man she married, but barely recognized the man she lived with now. His diet? Whatever fit in the car cup holder. Breakfast? Desk drive-through breakfast sandwich eaten at red lights. Lunch? Desk food. Taste doesn't matter when you're not tasting. Dinner? TV tray, because sitting at the table meant acknowledging his family was there and he was absent. His body started screaming. He just turned up the TV volume. The stairs became his enemy. 14 steps. He counted every single one, because by step 11, his lungs were burning, his heart pounding in his ears like a war drum. Tying his shoes? An engineering problem. Sit on the bed edge, lift one foot onto the opposite knee, hold breath, compress stomach, tie, breathe, repeat. His 7-year-old daughter used to play tag. Used to, past tense. Because she learned that Daddy doesn't play. Daddy sits in the plastic chair in the backyard, sweating in the shade, watching other children play. But you know what broke him? It wasn't the number on the scale. It wasn't the doctor's warnings about diabetes and heart disease. It wasn't even the day he couldn't see his feet anymore. It was a Saturday morning, a plastic ball, and his 9-year-old son's silence. The morning sun was already hot. Christopher sat in his plastic chair, the kind that makes your thighs sweat, watching his son Daniel kick a football around the backyard. The boy had stopped asking him to play months ago. Daniel kicked the ball hard, too hard. It sailed over the fence into the neighbor's flower bed, crushing Mrs. Peterson's prized dahlias. "Dad, can you get it?" Christopher stood up. The chair made that sound, the creak of plastic under too much weight. He walked to the fence, opened the gate, stepped into the neighbor's yard. The ball sat there among the purple and white flowers. He bent down, grabbed it. Simple. And then he couldn't get up. Not pain, not injury. His legs just refused, like a car engine that turns over but won't start. He tried once, twice. His thighs were shaking. His breath came in short gasps. And then the worst part. He had to go down on all fours, on his hands and knees, in the neighbor's flower bed, at 40 years old. He could smell the earth, the crushed flowers, his own sweat dripping onto the soil. Daniel stood at the fence, watching, just watching. No words, no expression. Mrs. Peterson came out. "Oh my, Christopher, are you okay?" The humiliation was a physical weight on his chest, heavier than his body. "I just need a moment." She extended her hand. A 67-year-old woman helped him stand up. Daniel took the ball without looking at his father and walked away. That night, Christopher sat on the edge of his bed at 11:47 p.m. He knew the time because he kept checking his phone, scrolling through nothing, avoiding the moment he'd have to lie down and face himself in the darkness. Then the tears came. Not the quiet kind, the kind that shakes your whole body, the kind you can't stop even when you hear footsteps in the hallway. His wife, Maria, opened the door. She'd been married to him for 12 years. She'd seen him drunk once at his brother's wedding. She'd seen him cry at his father's funeral. She'd never seen him break. She didn't ask questions. She just sat next to him and pulled his head to her shoulder. He spoke into her neck. "Daniel saw me, Maria. He saw his father on his hands and knees, unable to stand up. That's the memory I'm building for him. My dad was weak. That's what he'll remember." Silence. "My daughter stopped asking me to play. She's 7 years old, and she's already learned that her father says no. What happens when she's 17 years old and I'm still here, still like this? What happens when she's 27 years old and I'm not here anymore because I ate myself into a grave?" Maria's voice was steady. "You need help, Chris. Real help." Sunday morning, 6:23 a.m. Christopher couldn't sleep. He sat in his car on the driveway, the only place he could be alone, and called Marcus, his only friend who'd actually changed. Marcus had lost 30 kilograms 3 years ago and kept it off. Not through willpower, through something else. "Marcus, I need help." "Chris, it's 6 in the morning, man." "I know, I'm sorry, but I need to know, how did you do it?" Silence. Then, "Did you go to the doctor?" "No." "Did you get surgery?" "No." "Did you take Ozempic or some medication?" "No." "Then what?" "I went to a doctor, yes, but not that kind of doctor. He didn't give me a meal plan. He didn't tell me to run. He gave me a philosophy." Christopher almost hung up. "Philosophy doesn't make you lose weight." "Marcus, you're wrong. Everything is philosophy. The way you eat, the way you move, the way you think about yourself, it's all philosophy. You just haven't been aware of it. I need a name. Dr. Taishi Yamamoto. But Chris, he's going to ask you to do something that will seem ridiculous. You'll think it's a waste of money. You'll want to walk out. Don't. Trust the process. Tuesday, 2 p.m. Christopher sat in a waiting room that didn't feel like a medical office. No fluorescent lights, no hospital smell, no health posters about cholesterol. Just soft natural light, a wooden floor, and a single painting of a cracked ceramic bowl. A woman in her 30s opened a door. "Christopher, Dr. Yamamoto will see you now." The consultation room was even stranger. A simple wooden table, 2 chairs, a massive window overlooking a Japanese garden with a small koi pond. No computer, no examination table, no scale. Dr. Taishi Yamamoto entered.
About 65 years old, gray hair, thin but not fragile, posture like a sword, movements like water. He sat down, folded his hands, and just looked at Christopher, not judgmentally, just observing. "Christopher, tell me what brought you here." Christopher told him everything. The weight, the warehouse, the flower bed, the shame, the failure, the diets that lasted weeks, the gym memberships he never used. Dr. Yamamoto didn't write anything down. He just listened. When Christopher finished, the doctor asked, "How many times have you tried to lose weight?" 3. No, 4 times, maybe more. And how long did each attempt last? 2 months at most, usually a few weeks. And do you know why you failed? Christopher started listing lack of time, genetics, slow metabolism.
Stress, my job. Dr. Yamamoto raised his hand. No, you failed because you tried to win a 40-year war in a 2-month battle. Silence. Your body took 40 years to reach 142 kilograms. Your brain took 40 years to build these neural pathways, these automatic behaviors. And you thought you could undo that in weeks? He leaned forward. Christopher, I'm going to make you a proposition. I'm going to ask you to change something today, something so small that you'll think I'm mocking you, so small that you'll want to walk out and demand your money back. Do you accept? Christopher was desperate. I'll accept anything. Good. From today onwards, every morning when you wake up, before you do anything else, you will drink a glass of water. That's all. Christopher waited for more. It didn't come. A glass of water? Yes. Just a glass of water? Just a glass of water. Every day for 2 weeks. Nothing else. You can continue eating pizza, drinking beer, watching TV, sitting in your chair. Just add that glass of water when you wake up. Christopher felt anger rising. Doctor, with all due respect, I paid $200 for this consultation. I need to lose 50 kilograms. A glass of water is not going to... You're absolutely right. The interruption stopped Christopher mid-sentence. A glass of water will not make you lose 50 kilograms, but it will do something infinitely more important. Dr. Yamamoto stood up, walked to the window. It will prove to you that you can keep a promise to yourself. And that proof, that self-trust, is the only thing you actually need right now. Everything else, the diet, the exercise, the weight loss, that's just mathematics. But self-trust is alchemy, and you've lost it. Every Monday you promise yourself you'll change. Every Wednesday you break that promise. Your brain has learned, I can't trust Christopher. So we start here. 1 glass of water, 1 promise, 1 proof. Christopher left the office confused, annoyed, and $200 poorer. That night, he filled a glass with water and put it on his bedside table. When his alarm rang at 5 a.m., he saw it. He almost ignored it. This is stupid, he thought. But then, it's just water, 30 seconds. He drank it. Day 2, same. Day 3, same. Day 7, something strange happened. He woke up naturally at 4:47 a.m., 13 minutes before his alarm. And the first thought in his mind was, where's my water? This is the moment Dr. Yamamoto was waiting for, because here's what was happening in Christopher's brain. Every time he drank that water, his brain released a tiny hit of dopamine, not because water is exciting, because he kept a promise. His brain started associating morning with success. By day 14, drinking water wasn't a decision anymore. It was automatic. This is called habit loop formation, and most people get it wrong. They think it takes 21 days to form a habit. That's a myth.
Research from University College London shows it actually takes 66 days on average. But the magic number isn't 21 or 66. It's 14. Because 14 days is when your brain stops resisting and starts expecting. Christopher sat in Dr. Yamamoto's office again. Did you drink water every day? Yes. How do you feel? Honestly, a little silly. I didn't lose any weight. I don't look different, but I don't know. I did it. I actually did something for 2 whole weeks. Dr. Yamamoto smiled. Really smiled, for the first time. Christopher, you've just learned the first principle of Japanese philosophy that will change your life. It's called Kaizen. Kai means change. Zen means good. Together, continuous improvement through microscopic changes. You didn't try to climb Mount Fuji in one day. You took one step, then another, and now you're 14 steps up the mountain. But, Doctor, Christopher said, a glass of water is... It's not about the water. Dr. Yamamoto leaned forward. It's about proving to your brain that change is possible. That you're not the type of person who gives up anymore. You've rewired your identity. Right now, your brain is learning, oh, Christopher keeps promises now. Interesting. Now, tell me, are you ready for the next step? Christopher felt something he hadn't felt in years. Confidence. Yes, what is it? Keep drinking water every morning, but now add one more thing. When you serve your food, any meal, put half the amount you normally would on your plate. Just half. If you're still hungry after 20 minutes, you can have seconds. But first, start with half. Christopher paused. This also seemed too small, but he'd been drinking water for 14 days straight. Okay, I'll do it. Good. I'll see you in 3 weeks. What Dr. Yamamoto didn't explain yet, but what Christopher was about to discover, was that he wasn't just learning habits. He was being introduced to an interconnected philosophical system that the Japanese have perfected over 1,000 years. Let me show you the mathematics of Kaizen. If you improve by 1% every day for 1 year, day 1 you're at 1.00. Day 30, you're at 1.35. That's 35% better. Day 90, 2.45. That's 145% better. Day 365, 37.78. That's 3,778% better. This is exponential growth. But if you get 1% worse every day, by day 365, you're at 0.03. You're at 3% of where you started. This is why small habits either destroy you or build you. There is no neutral. You're either compounding up or decaying down. The first week with half portions was brutal. Christopher would finish his plate and just stare at the stove, his brain screaming, "You're still hungry, eat more, you deserve more." But he'd set a timer on his phone, 20 minutes. Here's what was happening. Your stomach has stretch receptors that measure fullness, but those receptors take 20 minutes to communicate with your brain. So when you eat quickly and fill your plate, you eat past the fullness point. 20 minutes later, your brain gets the signal. By then, you're uncomfortably stuffed. You feel guilty and defeated. But when Christopher waited 20 minutes, out of 21 meals in 3 weeks, he only went back for seconds twice. His body wasn't hungry. His brain was just addicted to the dopamine of more. Dr. Yamamoto explained this at the next session. Christopher, you've been practicing Hara Hachi Bu without knowing it. This is an Okinawan principle. Hara means belly, Hachi means 8, Bu means parts. Together, eat until you're 80% full. Okinawa has more centenarians per capita than anywhere on Earth. They live past 100 at rates 3 to 5 times higher than Western countries, and this principle is one of their core practices. Your stomach is not your enemy, Christopher. It's just been trained to expect too much. You're retraining it. Christopher had lost 3 kilograms by week 3. The weight doesn't matter yet, Dr. Yamamoto said. What matters is the direction. For the first time in 40 years, your body is moving where you want it to go. Not because of willpower, because of systems. I feel different, Christopher admitted. Not just lighter. I feel in control. Because you are in control. Now, next step, movement. Wait, Christopher said. Movement? Like the gym? No. You're going to walk from your front door to your mailbox and back every morning, after your water, before you get in your car for work. Christopher laughed, actually laughed. Doctor, my mailbox is 20 meters from my door. That's not exercise, that's walking to check mail. Exactly. It's so small you can't fail. Dr. Yamamoto stood up. Christopher, your body has forgotten it was designed to move. For 40 years, you've been teaching it, we don't move unless absolutely necessary. Now you're going to whisper to it, actually, we move every day. Not because we have to, because that's who we are now. 20 meters today. Maybe next week you'll want to go to the corner, but today, just the mailbox. Day 3 of the mailbox walk, 5:17 a.m., still dark outside. He walked to the front door. He heard small steps behind him, his 7-year-old daughter Emma in her pajamas with the unicorns. Dad, where are you going? Just to the mailbox, sweetheart. Go back to bed. Can I come? His throat tightened. It's early, baby, and cold. Please? He looked at her. Messy hair, sleepy eyes, bare feet. Go put on your shoes. They walked together, 20 meters to the...
Christopher and his daughter Emma walked together, just 20 meters to the mailbox. Her small hand in his, talking about nothing important. The drawing she made yesterday, her best friend Sarah, how she wanted a dog, but Mom said maybe. These were moments he had missed for years. When they got back, she looked up. Dad, can we do this every day? That hit him. This wasn't about weight loss. It was about being the father she remembered. The one who said yes. Every day, he said yes. By week 4, Christopher wasn't just walking to the mailbox. He was walking to the corner. Not because Dr. Yamamoto told him to, but because Emma wanted to see more. Week 6, 2 blocks. Week 8, 15 minutes non-stop, without back pain, without breathlessness. It wasn't effort anymore. It was identity. I'm a dad who walks with his daughter. 3 months in, he had lost 14 kilograms. His pants needed a belt. Co-workers noticed. Just small changes, he said. Then came Thanksgiving. The table groaning under turkey, pies, mashed potatoes. His mother, is that all you're eating? Are you sick? His brother-in-law, dude, it's Thanksgiving. You can skip the diet for a day. Social pressure is the silent killer of change. When you transform, others feel uncomfortable about their own lack of progress. They try to pull you back down. Christopher gave in. Piled food high, ate until uncomfortable, pie with ice cream. Guilt, defeat. That night, staring in the mirror, he thought, I broke the streak. I'm going to quit like always. The next morning, his alarm rang. He didn't want to get up, drink water, or walk. Old patterns whispering, since I failed, why bother? But then he remembered Dr. Yamamoto's words, you will fail, and when you do, you'll see if you've truly changed. He texted the doctor, I overate, I ruined everything. Reply in 2 minutes, come to the office. Sitting in the office, expecting judgment, Dr. Yamamoto asked, "Did you drink water this morning?" "Yes." "Did you walk?" "Yes, with Emma." "Then you didn't fail. You stumbled. Big difference. Stumble for a moment, fall, and you stop. You're still moving." Dr. Yamamoto held a cracked ceramic bowl. This is Wabi-Sabi, a Japanese philosophy celebrating imperfection. Nothing is permanent. Nothing is perfect. Nothing complete. In imperfection lies true beauty. In Japan, we repair broken bowls with gold, kintsugi. The cracks become part of the beauty, the story, the strength. You overate, so what? That doesn't erase your progress. One imperfect day doesn't destroy a perfect journey. Christopher felt the weight lift, not about perfection, but persistence. "This is Gambaru," Dr. Yamamoto continued. "Perseverance, enduring discomfort because it's temporary. You showed Gambaru today. You stumbled, but you returned. That is strength." Consistency, not perfection, became his new mantra. Months passed, relapses came. Christmas dinner, birthday cake, stressful work nights. But each time he returned to water, half portions, walks with Emma. The falls became smaller, less frequent. His brain learned, we don't give up, we just keep going. Month 6, 23 kilograms gone. But the real transformation, sitting on the floor to play Lego with his son and standing up effortlessly. His son amazed, "Dad, you didn't need help." Month 9, 35 kilograms gone. Walking 30 minutes daily. Half portions no longer discipline. His body didn't crave excess. A deeper change had occurred. He had become a different person. Dr. Yamamoto asked, "When was the last time you thought about giving up?" Christopher paused. He couldn't remember. "Why?" asked the doctor. "Because I stopped trying to change. I started living differently. It's no longer about effort, it's about identity. I'm not a fat guy trying to lose weight. I'm a man who takes care of himself. That's the difference between temporary change and permanent transformation." Dr. Yamamoto drew 5 overlapping circles. Ikigai, reason for living. Every Japanese person seeks it. Circle 1, what you love. Circle 2, what you're good at. Circle 3, what the world needs. Circle 4, what you can be paid for. The center, where all overlap, is your Ikigai. Christopher realized his reason. To see my children grow, to walk Emma down the aisle, to feel worthy, to be present. Not wait, purpose, the fuel that never runs out. 1 year later, 52 kilograms lost, 90 kilograms total, but it wasn't about weight anymore. Saturday mornings playing tag with Emma, laughing, alive. Nights, Maria said, "I have my husband back." Basketball with his son Daniel without hesitation. Moments that mattered. The Japanese say, fall 7 times, stand up 8. Not just perseverance, identity. You are defined not by how many times you fall, but by how many times you stand up. Here's the secret the $72 billion diet industry won't tell you. You don't need perfect plans, execution, or motivation. You need to start and return. Every day, even when you fail, especially when you fail. Kaizen, continuous improvement. Hara Hachi Bu,
eat until 80% full. Wabi-Sabi, embrace imperfection. Gambaru, endure discomfort. Ikigai, your reason for living. This isn't philosophy, it's a system for permanent transformation. Not through force, but consistency. Not through perfection, but persistence. Here's your challenge. Pick one habit that's been defeating you for years. Obesity, procrastination, smoking, whatever. For 14 days, make one ridiculously small change. So small you can't fail. Then return. Tell your story. Did you stumble? Did you return? Because the journey begins with one choice, one glass of water, one walk, one half portion. Start today, not tomorrow, today. One choice, one small action, the rest will follow. You have everything you need. You just need to believe in yourself.